Mr. Chairman, this question was submitted by audience member Lee Jones. Ms. Jones, please stand up while your question is presented. My question is about the business case for all of your sustainability programs. Are these just feel-good PR efforts, or do they create real value for the business? Is there any return on investment?
Thank you, Ms. Jones. As you've heard me say a little bit during the discussion on stage earlier about women, as well as on water, but also on well-being, there is definitely a clear connection between business, good business, sustainable business growth, and those activities. Not everything has to fit into an algebra equation systematically, but it is our conviction of everybody, every single person of 770,000 people in the Coca-Cola system, that they have a direct link. And let me just give you a couple of examples. So, water neutrality. We said 2020 we will be water neutral. It's not some kind of bogus philanthropic exercise. Water neutrality is achieved by three things: reduction of water, recycling of the water before you give it back to municipalities from the 1,000 plus factories in 207 countries. And thirdly, those two are not enough. And you've got to shore up the difference with what we call replenishment projects. For example, there is more than 350 of those operating in India today. That's why India has become already water positive for us ahead of 2020 as a huge country for our business. So, what happens to the cost of production of our beverages in those 1,000 plus factories around the world when we, through technology and science, reduce the amount of water? Most of the time, water is not free. Almost all the time, we pay for the water. When we reduce, we pay less. That's a direct business benefit that also hugely benefits the planet. That's a great link. That's the kind of linkage. Another one is plant bottle. First company in the world to use plant bottle in many of our beverages, like this one, like Dasani in the United States. Plant bottles are made partially from waste, from sugarcane molasses that basically gets dumped. We take that, we blend it into virgin PET, and we create a bottle made 30% from waste and 70% from virgin PET. That brings the cost of the bottle down, because when you convert waste to resource, it actually helps the business and helps bring the cost down. Now, we have offered that technology to certain friendly companies, and for example, Heinz now has produced more than 200 million bottles of ketchup with plant bottles. Ford Motor Company now is using the plant bottle technology on one of its pickup trucks. So those are the kind of things that we think really benefit the business and benefit the planet. On well-being, it's a direct linkage, and women and well-being, direct linkage to stronger communities. Yes, there may not be an algebra equation, but like the story you heard from Mrs. Maleko, that community is better. She sells more Coca-Cola and our beverages in her stores than she wouldn't have done if she didn't go through the 5x20 program. It benefits her, it benefits her son, Info, it benefits the business. So there's a great connection again. And none of this is achievable unless we get the golden triangle right, which is business, government, and civil society combining forces to achieve those results, because otherwise we can't do it all alone. So thank you for asking me the question. We believe emphatically that there is a connection.